Alright guys, here's a video about survival. I don't really know these people, so I don't really know what's going to happen, but we'll see. I haven't been playing my scout for like half a year maybe, so I probably just suck really bad, but I'll see what I can do as long as these people can actually stay alive and deal a good amount of damage. This should work quite well, but yeah, like I said, I don't really know how these people play, so this one dude seems to be laggy a bit, but it's good for now, so yeah, for those people who don't really know what survival mode is, it's basically what the name says. It's survival mode. You see a time ticker at the bottom right. That's the timer you have to finish the boss off. Each round starts with a 2-minute time limit, and after 30 seconds of each new round, the boss will appear and you have to kill it as quickly as possible. You don't necessarily have to kill all the mobs. So yeah, as long as you're fine or have some way to crowd control the mobs and you're able to take down the boss quick enough, it doesn't really matter if you kill these mobs or not. You don't have to do anything anyway in the first 30 seconds, so it's the best choice to just simply keep attacking the mobs and try to kill them. As you can see, the first round are not really difficult. This is really easy even if you're alone. But things will get really difficult later on, especially since the bosses are getting tougher and they are not being knocked around anymore. And they deal a huge amount of damage later on as well. So you'll probably get to notice later if I mess up and get some hit or something in, that these bosses can actually pretty much insta-kill you if you're not careful enough. As you can see, some of the mobs are still running around, but yeah, it's not really worth taking them down unless the boss is not around, just like now. Let's see. The scout's job is actually not that difficult. All you have to do is, the main point is to stay around, and the most important reason is actually to debuff using this skill here, Find Weakness. It significantly lowers magical and physical defense of enemies in a radius around yourself, and this really helps killing bosses quick enough. The debuff lasts fairly long and it only has a 40-second cooldown, so it's really advisable to take Scout with you. The downside is Scout does not deal that much of damage. The straps are cool, you don't really have to stay active in battle compared to other classes, so it's actually not that difficult as a Scout. And that's why what I love to do, as you can see, one hit and almost took me 3k HP. If you actually manage to grab the boss's attention and you're able to run around and just kite it around so that people can attack freely, that's probably the best thing a Scout can actually do. Unless you really have superior gear and all that crap on. But I don't, I actually have the 47 stuff on actually at the moment, which is like half a year old, maybe even more. But as you can see, things are going pretty smoothly. And I don't know how the high rounds will go, but let's see this one. Oh, the guy took some damage, but also got a hit, but that's okay. I mean, you know, the potions and all can do yourself leg up. As long as you don't die, nothing is really lost. So yeah, I'll just pop one in, I guess. And every 5th round you are able to finish, so around 5, 10, 15, and 20. You're able to open one of these shiny boxes here, which will grant you a box, and I'll show you the contents later on. And the higher you're able to get, the better the rewards are, and later on the rewards aren't even bound, so you can actually make some money out of it. This does only apply to this survival, and the Okapian one, Sarat, for some reason has mostly bound rewards. I don't know why. This is really odd. because the majority of people are leveling up further, so you're not forever 45, I mean 54, and so you're not able to farm this mode forever. As you can see, you're also getting a little amount of XP, which is not really anything, but considering you're staying 54 to farm this mode, if you're staying here long enough, you will, in some years maybe, level up, but this doesn't really matter. And yeah, that's pretty much it about the mode. For the rewards, I can tell you so much. The cash is not really that good, but the price for the training for the XP helpers, the 50% and the 100% one, it's really gotten up lately. So we can actually make a good amount of money from this. And like I said, things are working pretty smoothly here. It's not really that difficult actually, like I said. If you know what you're doing and if you have a couple people who've done this mode a couple times at least before, it's not really that difficult. Especially not for Scout. I never really played Warden actively, so I don't know how tough it is for them, but for Scout it is not really a big deal. All you basically do is run around, place your traps, try to avoid getting damaged too much, and then simply just use your Find Weakness debuff whenever it's off cooldown. So yeah, that's pretty much all there's to say about this mode. And I've seen screenshots of people who cleared it on the C server for this version. Obviously Koreans or other Asian countries have already managed to finish these. Some people even managed to reach round 15 alone. This is really difficult, and they mostly have super buffs on like stuff from the events you had from Christmas event and all that stuff. If you kept that, you can actually top up your damage and stats really high, which enables you to do that stuff. But for the average person, soloing so much is pretty much impossible. I would definitely recommend getting a group, especially for the first attempts. Once you get to know the boss moves and all that stuff, it gets significantly easier, but for the beginning it's really hard. You don't really know. The bosses do actually behave like the real ones, but they get some extra moves, and if you don't pay attention you might just instantly die, especially on the higher levels. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What? That was some kind of weird lag, but that's okay for me. I just hope the Tatler's dude does not really die or use some potions to heal himself up. Actually, if you die and your team manages to finish round 5 or 10 or 15, you will actually respawn, but you're at really low health and your mana is almost depleted. And also, yeah, your group is simply lacking your damage if you're dead, so you'll waste a lot of time finishing the round without the 4th or even 3rd guy if 2 of them die. But this is working pretty smoothly actually, even though this guy has a red pink to me. I don't really know where he's from. Let's see. Well, he has a Brazilian flag, but that doesn't mean anything. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you, I don't know which round you're able to clear. This is working pretty good so far, but things will get weird now. This boss is actually teleporting around a lot if you're not used to fighting it. And well, this guy is lagging, as you can see. But he's apparently doing a good job actually. At least I didn't see him taking any massive amounts of damage so far. There we go. Hero is on. And like I said, this is pretty much the only, or the main thing you have to do as a scout. But pretty much a really cheap job compared to the other classes, because you're simply placing your skills in this to run around and stuff. Shoot! This guy just died, but the boss is almost dead, so this is actually not as bad. But, you know, it could be better if you didn't die. Yeah, but as you can see, this is shit. That was a close one. Oh, fuck. Yeah, you can't really move when placing the debuff, and as you can see, this simple attack already ditched me 3k HP, so it's one of the weaker attacks this guy has. If he's starting to throw his weird yellow balls, it will do a huge amount of damage if you're... It gets really confusing sometimes. Shit. Well, as you can see, the damage dropped really low, even though it's only one guy that died. And I can't really see who the boss is actually following. There he is. Shit, this is getting really out of hand right now. Like, come on, this boss is already dead. Or almost, at least. Oh shit, just screwed. I just placed my last skill, I guess. As you can see, running around does not really help, as this boss constantly keeps teleporting around and such. You're a funny dude. I don't really have any active skills to like crap on this boss. Fuck, really? What the heck, he died. Do we respawn now? Wow, we actually did respawn, what the fuck? Well, that was weird, but I guess it worked, so... I didn't really know that actually worked, but we lost probably like 2 or 3 minutes actually. And as you can see, all of us are almost dead, my mana is completely depleted. So it takes a while to get actually healed back. Obviously my buff is gone as well. That's probably the worst thing because people forget to use all the potions again. And yeah, as you can see, you can die fairly quickly, especially if one of your person dies. The aggro shifts and people are not used to taking the boss attention and stuff like that. Well, let's see, maybe even, I don't know. This was really weird because the first 9 rounds actually were quite good. But yeah, I'll just see what this will do. Oh crap, he died again. Well, this is probably where it ends. Well, we can kill this boss and we might be able... Shit. No one. You're the host, dude. How can it be laggy for you? Unless you have a super old computer or stuff. Well, it... How can this... Oh no, there we go, he's leaving. Yeah, that's... Shit, just press leave, dudes. I don't want to die as well. Can this guy just quit? Come on, dude, just... leave, really. There we go. Yeah, so... just... what the fuck? Just screw it, I guess I'll just leave. Just message this guy later on. Well, yeah, this was actually... I haven't done this mode for over 4 or 5 months for myself, but it wasn't really all that bad. As you can see, if people know what they're doing and they have at least decent gear, stuff is not that difficult, at least not for the first 10 rounds. And let's see, I'll just open the chest. This one is the... For round 5, as you can see, 10 GP, superior armor enhancer. What else do we have? Reserve stamina booster. I already stacked a lot of these, as you can see. 10 pounds. It's not that bad. And if you stack a couple of those, it can really help you. 1 training, 1 hour 50%, which is bound. And these antiques, which is like 10k. It's not really worth the money, but let's see the... Round 10 one is already 50 GP, 25k. How many trainings? 4. Why are they bound? They didn't used to be bound back then. Well, maybe Webson did some ninja nerfs again and just like made all of the rewards bound, so people will buy their stuff from the item wall. I can't really tell because I haven't done survival long enough So I can't really tell you if they changed the rewards for the round 15 chest as well. I hope they didn't, because I used to make a lot of money doing survival with a good group. We were actually able to clear round 15 without major problems. I know sometimes we're screwed up and such, but it wasn't all that bad.
Fear not, your things
But
are
yeah,
safe.
that's kind of weird if all of the rewards are bound. This is not really... I don't know what I mean, you can farm a shitload of these. And you can't really... you can't sell any of this stuff. Besides these antiques, but like, come on, 35k. That's probably the money you need to for all your repairs and to restock all your skill stones and such. Oh well, this is where this video ends. I might record the next run as well if we get a decent damage dealer. This laggy Brazilian or whatever this guy was doesn't really respond as it seems. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you have any questions or anything, just feel free to comment. On a quick note, I'll probably make a Facebook account so you people can keep track on the videos I'm uploading and some updates I'm posting there. Just stay tuned and feel free to check out my channel. Cheerio!